Okay, we're here, and it's just April Fools from start to finish, because here's Melissa. Say your last name.
Heche.
Heche.
Like the actress,
like
but
Anne
without her
Heche.
money.
Do you know where she came from? Or you're not related to her?
No.
She was on Another World, and she was Vicky Marley. I know who she was before she turned into Anne Heche.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Another World was my favorite show.
Me too.
Oh, I loved Another World.
I think she won a daytime Emmy for that.
And then she left, just like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yes.
I know. I loved All My Children and Another World.
Yeah.
She was on All My Kids. Yes, she was the original Kendall.
Yeah, she was
yes. I sometimes look at 1 o'clock and it's just like breaks my heart. It's like no more All My Children.
Yeah, and One Life to Live ended this
I don't
week.
care about that. Thank God. Thank God that's not what I care. Both of mine are gone. Another World and All My Kids. Done. But you're a different Heche. Heche?
Heche.
Heche.
It's okay.
So do you get confused with her all the time?
Some people, well, I don't get confused with her, but some people do ask if we're related.
Right. Where are you from?
Originally, I'm from this area. I'm originally from Long Island.
Okay.
Now I'm in the city. I'm in Manhattan now.
And how long have you been doing music? Talk close.
Let's see. Well, I grew up doing music. I have a degree in musical theater. And then I segued away, but didn't leave sound so much. So I segued away to become an audiologist.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I'm a psychologist. So.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's
see? Yeah. So I do practice. I'm a doctor of audiology, and I do practice.
What is a doctor of audiology?
A doctor of audiology is someone who diagnoses and treats disorders of hearing and balance.
So, like, if I get that ringing in my ear, like Pete Townsend?
I'd be your girl.
Holy cow, you're a good person to know for musicians.
Yeah.
So do you treat a lot of musicians?
I do. Musicians are actually
my ear was bothering me last night. Look at that. I must have psychically felt you were coming.
You know, or if you're a musician and you want to get custom earplugs.
Exactly. Well, that's what I do. In fact, I'm speaking at our national convention this year about musicians, hearing protection, and really the functional use of hearing protection on stage. Because my focus is really live music and really saving hearing, protecting hearing,
very important,
while still producing a good sound. So a lot of times musicians that I know, or even the ones that I work with, they don't want to wear hearing protection because they have to hear their music.
Right.
We need to talk afterwards.
We don't need to talk.
Everybody loves you already. Wow.
I'm your girl.
Yeah.
And I see it from both perspectives.
So are you
really.
Dr. Heche?
I am. I do have a doctorate.
So you actually got a doctorate, because you don't need a doctorate.
You do need a doctorate, yes. It is a doctorate level professional, yeah.
Where'd you go to school?
My master's degrees I got in Hofstra. I have 3 masters in communication disorders, voice pathology, and geriatric counseling.
Oh my God.
And then my doctorate degree I got in Salus University in...
So you are one of those musicians that was smart enough to have something to fall back on. Not like a lot of ones I know. Speaking of myself.
But you know what? I never lost my passion.
Good for you.
I never lost my passion for music or performing, and I still do it today, and I went back to it, and I'm really very heavily involved. In fact, I have a show this Friday.
Where?
At the Laurie Beechman Theater.
Oh, wow.
I have a band of guys behind me, some great guys, some of the heavyweights from Broadway, from recording. My musical director, Dan Forman, wrote a musical himself, which was award nominated.
What's it called?
His musical is actually called ReW. Isn't that funny?
Oh, look at that! There's always a common thread here. I love that. Do you want to come over here, Dan? Come on, Dan. Let's get a skeleton out of your closet, Dan Forman. Yeah, look at this man right here. Come sit on the drum. So, how long have you guys been playing together?
6 years.
Really? 6 years?
Yes, 6 years.
Is that long or short?
I think I've driven him crazy, so I think...
I think not.
No, I'm still okay. But 6 years, I didn't realize.
Yeah, 6 years. We met when I actually segued back into performance. I left it for a little bit to do some school stuff. And my sister got married, and she wanted me to sing at her wedding, and I said, that's fine, but I don't perform anymore. And she said, well, learn. And so I went to a singing school, which is located in Manhattan, Singers Forum, and through Singers Forum I got connected with Dan, and we worked endlessly on one song, over and over and over again.
What song was that?
Wind Beneath My Wings. And if
Can
I
you
never
sing a little acapella of it?
Of Wind Beneath My Wings?
You don't want to sing
Oh God, I'd rather not. I can sing acapella of something else,
all right.
but that's a song if I never sing again.
Yeah.
Me too, sis.
Yeah. Except though, Bette Midler did cross my mind when they mentioned Barry Manilow before.
Oh, I missed that.
Bette Midler is one of my heroes.
So, I love
Bette
Bette Midler.
Midler.
Doesn't she sing that?
She does sing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. At least I didn't mess that one up.
She does sing it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's from that movie.
Beaches.
As Beaches,
Yeah.
I saw with my brother, and that's a whole other. He produces this show. Everything, just like I just read into everything.
Everything's connected.
It is. So, all right, little sassy one. I want to hear you sing something.
What do you want to hear me sing?
What would you like to sing? You mentioned I Want to Hold Your Hand. Did you say that?
No, I mentioned what did I mention?
Beatles.
Hard Day's Night.
Oh, I love that song. But I said I Want to Hold Your Hand because today is actually the Beatles first appeared on Billboard's chart with I Want to Hold Your Hand.
That's so
in
funny.
1964 on January 18th. So, for the Beatles, maybe you should sing that. Yeah.
I could sing Hard Day's Night.
All right, let's hear it.
Can you guys give me a chord? I know you can.
Come on, ripped guys. You've been playing for 30 years. You can't give this lady a hand here?
You got a tuner in your pocket?
Come on, guys. Be chivalrous.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know, I have faith in you.
So while we're waiting for Rip to get their Rip together,
That might be a long wait.
Dan, where do you do your thing? And what was your play Rip about?
Rip was about Rip Van Winkle. I kind of rewrote the story, but it's Rip Van Winkle. He wakes up, he falls asleep before the Revolution, American Revolution. He wakes up afterwards, 20 years later, and the Revolution happened while he was gone. So I had him go to war, and he has post-traumatic stress, and he disappears.
Oh.
And it was a musical?
Yeah, you would like that.
Yeah, it was a musical. It was a very kind of traditional musical.
You know, that kind of reminds me of like a bear in hibernation. I always wonder, like, how could that really happen? Like how can you live without food and water for that long?
Yeah, they asked that in the play.
And he could.
Well, he did.
Right. Where did he fall asleep?
He wandered off. Well, see, in my version of the story, he goes off to war. He's the one who believes that the revolution can happen. Nobody else believes it. So he ends up volunteering, and he goes off, and then his best friend gets killed, and he can't deal with it. He disappears for 20 years. And when he comes back, the revolution happened, it's over. The whole town just thinks that he's dead.
Did he age?
He aged.
Wow, that would stink. That you fell asleep and then you wake up.
You kind of feel that way anyway.
Yeah. All right. So think about right now too.
We'll do it.
We're gonna take. Okay, we're gonna take a 5-second break and then come back and get you ready to do your thing. All right. We'll be right back. January 18th. ReW WhO.